Good evening, everybody. It's been a very pleasant day here in Pittsburgh. Pirates won 5-4 on their opener. About 78 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Just a good day, except for in the market. This is why in the morning comments we were saying that when we're right here at a technical level, like a top of a resistance or a downtrending channel, that we needed to see a close near the top end of the range today. As we saw, it turned around and did a bearish harami, which pretty much tells us they weren't going through. So we may still be in the sideways market for a little bit. The NASDAQ didn't do anything that showed a true reversal, except for the fact that we're right up in this area where it topped out before. I'm going to start having both long and shorts in the portfolio. And crude oil is still holding up well. We're seeing we've had this little bounce back up off the 50, had a left-right combo. Today was indecisive, but after hours they're still trading up a little bit. So crude oil is holding its own. Interest rates kind of in a very slow, or not interest rates, but bond prices in a very slow uptrend, not appearing to want to back off any. Gold prices still would be to the short side on this one as long as it stays below the T-line, because silver would be pretty much the same scenario. Whoops, let's see if we get a better one. If silver still in a downtrend. And try to think of what else I was trading today. Not much. That was about it. We'll get to the individual ones here in a little bit. The dollar. Let's see. Whoops. Dollar still in this uptrend. Not going very fast right now, but definitely still in this uptrend ever since it hit the double bottom here. Your left or your best friend, Morningstar signal, doji sandwich. Nothing yet to tell you that anything's turning around. All right, still long PIR, Pier 1, because of the best friend signal. That's usually a very strong indication there's going to be more upside. Still long ADXS. Ever since it came out of this fry pan bottom with kind of a doji sandwich, has been no reason to sell this one off. Just stay long. Back to the grains. That's soybeans. May soybeans really not doing too much of anything, but May wheat was down pretty hefty today on a kicker type signal. So this will be still a good short. It's trading up a little bit after hours, but I will put a little note to short wheat if it comes back down through yesterday's close, or today's close. If it comes back down through here after this little kicker signal, kind of a rounding top, yeah, they got a little bit dicey there in the ninth inning. And then hogs, I would expect is going to be in a little bit of a bobble. I wouldn't buy ADXS here. No, this is already moving in the manner to which we expected. So if this is wave 1, and this is wave 3, you can see they're almost the same. Each day I'd have my stop at the previous day's close. It shouldn't come back down through there. So no, the answer is I wouldn't be buying it here. Now, we did buy Gimmo today because it just came out, and notice how it broke out into this new wave with a kicker signal. Kicker signal telling you probably have a lot more upside, a lot strong upside, and you did it right here at the breakout area of a fry pan bottom. And you saw what strength there was in this one, even with the market getting soggy by the end of the day. FMSA, still in the J-hook pattern. You stay long on this one. Ever since you came out of the scoop, just one very simple scenario. You stay long until you see a sell signal and a close back below the T-line. And fold. Another one where you stay long, as long as it stays above the T-line. You can still be bought if it comes back up through today's open, because that tells you that fry pan bottom is still in progress. Cyber, I closed out the calls on Cyber on Friday, only because the calls had a good profit in it to begin with, and the calls will lose a lot of value from Friday to Monday going into the week of expiration. So this was a case where the stock wasn't looking great. I might as well close them out and then buy back on the next buy signal, but I'll probably buy the May contracts. Let's see, some of the other ones that are still in the running. AMPI, still above the T-line, but it has to open positive tomorrow and trade positive. Same scenario with VHC. Did a bearish engulfing signal, but you're still in this fry pan bottom. It has to stay above the T-line. If it traded back below today's low, you want to close it out. And Coop, same scenario. You got your fry pan bottom, you've got your J-hook pattern, you got your suspected target, but it looks like today or yesterday they filled this gap. So you can still stay long on this one as long as it stays above the T-line. LPI needs to open positive tomorrow and trade positive. If it opens lower, you close it out. It's probably doing a cup and handle, but we don't know that. It might come all the way back down to the 50. Geos. This one's got the T-line crunch, the little wedge. This one you get ready to buy, especially if it comes back up through the 50. That tells you your J-hook pattern bobble is over. And Mick, can't read my own handwriting. Mick, all you can do here is stay long as this stays above the T-line. Nice steady eddy. Steady eddies, same scenario with SEMP. You can be buying this one because that's what happened when it got up above the T-line, pulled back, did profit taking. You can buy it and stay long as it stays above the T-line right now. Very simple rule. Japanese traders say, let the market tell you what the market is doing, and this one's telling us it's in an uptrend as long as it stays above the T-line. Bought QIHU today. It did back off, but notice where it's still trading. It's still above the 3T. You just stay long on this one. And some of the biggies, Amazon. Another one that's got a little bit soggy as it started getting close to this area. If you own it, you stay long as it stays above the T-line. Apple tried to break out but came back in. It's still not out of the channel. But at this point, I would use today's open as a stop. If it comes back up through there, it's going to be a breakout type situation, especially when you can see that the 50-day moving average has been consistently acting as a support level on the way up. Let's see, we did fold Cyber, AMP, we're way down here. Netflix, I was telling the option trading room that would be buying options on this one. Unfortunately, I can't afford options on this one, so I bought one option. I forgot what it was, but it's up nice. But the reason for buying this, even though it had moved, is notice all the signals we had. We had a left-right combo, Morningstar signal, close above the T-line, doji sandwich, a gap up through the 50. When they start gapping them up, that tells you they're trying to get back in with great enthusiasm. So I bought a call. I forgot what it was, but it's up 50% anyways on Friday afternoon, just based upon the strength of the gap ups over the last couple of days. Goog just hasn't been able to get back up above the T-line yet. Wouldn't be long. And then Bont, we've just been holding on to this one because it's been a nice steady eddy. Hasn't been able to close below the T-line ever since our kicker signal down here. Allison, yes, you could put sell a put spread on Netflix. Probably have some good credit spread return from that one. Let's see. Captain is also a good-looking chart. Whoa, wait, what happened here? That little cup and handle. You could be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. Why is this so? It's not quite what I was. There, that looks a little bit better. Nice little cup and handle. I wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. And Court, also, just stay long ever since it came out of this little fry pan bottom type setup. Notice what started the first trend, your doji gap up. I gotta find where I am here. We did Netflix. No, we did SEMP. Because it's come back up above the T-line after bouncing smack dab off the 50. And NPTN. I watch this one. Same scenario. Nice strong move. Hold back. Now we've got a little left-right combo. You can be buying this one, expecting the next wave, wave 3 over here. For more upside. Shooting Star Netflix, not concerned yet. I'll close it out if it comes back down through yesterday or today's open. But it still looks to me, it'll still be, we're not quite up in the overbought area. Still tells me with all these gap ups, there's probably at least a 45 degree coming off of here. Is being at the top of the wedge a concern for long positions? Yes. Yes, especially when this wedge formation showed us a bearish harami. But even with the bearish harami, there's still chart patterns that are working extremely well. That's why we recommend GIMO today. And a few other charts that look good. CDE, there's your best friend. Notice what they couldn't do. They couldn't keep this one below the T-line. Wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one on positive trading at CDE. And MIFI. Big fry pan bottom, and notice where we are right now. Right at where it bottomed out before, or topped out before the fry pan bottom. Got good strong buy signals, good pattern. I would be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. And GWPH. Oh, Netflix got earnings. All right. GWPH Good little breakout after a series of dojis. Expect wave 3 on this one. And these are all biotechs right now. ORMP, doji gap up. Look for more upside on this one. I'd be buying this one on strength tomorrow. With the again, with the doji gap up, that's your best friend. BIND. When they gap it up and bring it back, that's usually your message. Get ready to buy. This one had a left-right combo. Probably at least coming back up to the 200 and see if it's got enough strength to break through that level. CLDX, another biotech that can be bought on positive trading tomorrow. Your your wave 3 fry pan bottom. EPES, that's not it, is it? No, it's EPRS. That's a nice little breakout. We make this chart smaller. Essentially a wave 1, wave 2. Where'd wave 2 turn around? Right smack dab off the 50. Little doji or hammer gap up. You definitely want to be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. The MDCO. Notice the belt hold. Belt hold gives you a story. Tells you they've wiped out all the sellers. Now there's no sellers in the way. Usually this move is going to be extremely good because there's no sellers in front anymore. And VLTC is another example of why when you see something gap up, just watch to see when the profit taking's over. There's that little slow curve breakout. This one's moved from 1 to 7 in 2 weeks. That was the message right there. Kang has a nice kind of scoop pattern. Also started with a big long-legged doji gap up. This one you can stay long on. I wouldn't be buying it here. And TNK right here. And notice a little J-hook type pattern. Get ready to buy this one on positive trading tomorrow because it means they've broken through this downtrending channel. They're doing it with a J-hook. And I bet you dime to donuts you can almost draw a line right straight down through here. Maybe I can. Pointer tool. Trend. Oops. Maybe not. I thought maybe this was at the support line. But I wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. And NLNK has also come right smack dab to the top of this wedge. So if it breaks out tomorrow, you can be buying this with wave 1, wave 2, and you can see how they're putting pressure on the upside. In a bad overall market, do you just see as much success in your patterns as... Oh, yes. There's going to be as many long positions, and we're just about ready to get to some of the short positions. Yep, it tells you both when to go long and when to go short. RGEN, another nice little J-hook type pattern. Another one you can be buying on strength tomorrow. And NDRM just broke out today. You can buy this one. Notice the wee little teeny kicker type trend kicker. That tells you there's going to be more upside. That was up here. TRVN. These are all biotech, medical type stocks. That one you get ready to buy, especially if it breaks this downtrending channel. Kind of the wedge formation in here. And Omer. Scoop type pattern. Doji, doji, doji. Gap up. Doji sandwich. You're right here. I wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one. That's also a good looking chart. Let's see. TXMD. There's a lot of good little biotechs and medicals. There's another one that just broke out today going into wave 3. TXMD and ARIA. Little fry pan bottom setup. Wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one. Also using the T-line as your stop. Let's see. And a few others. MDCO. Oh, we did that one. That's the about Holo's noodles. Noodles, slow curve, gap up. Next suspected target should be the 50-day moving average. If it breaks through that, you've got a lot of running room back up to fill in this gap. First target, second target, third target. Let's see. What was this one? No, that wasn't it. No. MCRL. You know your handwriting is pretty bad when you can't read it yourself. Another one with a doji gap up. You get ready to buy this one. You know your first target is the top of the trend channel, and then probably a 45-degree off of there to continue the uptrend. So there's still some good short positions around. Some good, good long position around. Good shorts also. You can see when they brought it back up, they failed at the 50. Now you can see there was a little resistance level, and now you have a little shooting star gap down, which could make for a bearish J-hook pattern. You could be shorting this one. That's CTSO. Ruckus. Ruckus, another one that you can be shorting. There's your doji gap down. Right on the 200. Makes it very simple. If it opens lower, you know the 200 is not going to act as resistance or as support. And see if it heads lower from there. WPA. Big bearish engulfing signal. If this one opens lower, likely to come down to the 50 and or the 200 in that area. DK, I think, is one of the oils. Another one, a little kicker type signal today, telling you it's probably coming at least back down to the 50. And Fossil. MP, yes, opens positive tomorrow, meaning we're not waking up and seeing that the pre-market futures on the Dow are down 100 points or 120 points, that the market's really not going anywhere of any great consequence, and the stock is not opening a lot lower. It's staying, if it opens slightly lower than where it closed, I just wait for it to come back up through the close. That tells me the bulls are still there. If it opens positive, I'll watch to see if it starts continuing positive right from there. If it looks like they're still buying it, I jump in. Let's see, did we do Fossil? What did we do? That is Fossil. And TCK, another one that you can go short. Notice a little failure here. And they did a doji gap down. So you want to be ready to short this one on any weakness tomorrow. Valero didn't look good. Valero, you can be shorting this one on weakness tomorrow with the expectation now going down to the 200-day moving average. And Rally, if this opens lower, you immediately know you're going to have a bearish flutter kicker to the downside, which is a strong down move, which could take you all the way back down to the 50, possibly even lower. Can you explain the difference between a kicker? Yes. Let me finish two more. Tata Motors. Well, well, well. Is it Tata? I goofed that one up. I can't remember what Tata is. And QCOM. QCOM basically has your bearish belt hold, like you had over here. If this opens lower, they're coming back down to the bottom of the trend channel. How do you set your daily and minute charts? They're all set the same way. Tata Motors, all right. There we go. Tata. Failed up here. There's your bearish engulfing signal. I'd be shorting this one with the anticipation your next target is down in this area. The difference between a kicker signal and a trend kicker. Kicker signal, this one that would look a little bit bigger, but had a dark candle and then they gapped it up and went the opposite direction. That's your kicker signal. Your trend kicker signal is when you're already in a trend. It broke out through here, came back and tested it. Then up here in the trend, it opened here and closed here, bearish engulfing signal. The next day, they opened it back up above the open of the previous day and went this way. And yet, that was your trend kicker signal, not your reversal signal, but a trend kicker signal. Now, hold on to your individual ones until I tell Jim to do the double line. And let's see. How do you set your... all the charts look exactly the same, Mike. If I'm trading crude oil, and I'm looking at the crude oil chart looking like this, I just think, all right, this may be a J-hook pattern on my daily chart. Then I go to usually my 10-minute chart and say, what's the 10-minute chart look like? Well, they're still buying. When I get ready to buy, is this the exact time to be buying? I'll flip down to my 5-minute chart. If my 5-minute chart is moving up and it's telling me it's time to be buying, then I flip right down to my 1-minute chart and see that the 1-minute chart is still moving in the right direction. Yeah, if you can't short, yeah, you can buy a put. If you're allowed to buy a put. Trend kicker test T-line. Jose, don't understand the question. So, all right. Anyways, we have a market that's still telling us they couldn't get out of this wedge formation, which means we might still have a few weeks or a month of bottling or of just waffling in here. But that doesn't mean there still isn't stocks that are acting very well on an individual basis. How long do you wait on open for a particular signal to confirm? Not very long. For example, today the markets opened up, but this one opened positive and immediately started selling off. So wasn't real confident to get in. But then it turned around. Notice it hit the 3T line and started coming back up. So you may have seen in the chat room where I said, all right, we're buying as soon as it went positive. Not positive, well, it was already positive for the day, but started trading above where it opened. That means the bulls were still in control. Okay, that's about all I got for tonight. Looks like the markets are still going to keep us relatively sideways. This market right for a wide Iron Condor. Yeah, probably. I don't play with the Condors because I'm usually looking for directional versus non-directional. 3T line, your stop on the wedge like this on Gimmo. No, this Gimmo is not a wedge. Gimmo is a fry pan bottom breakout with a kicker signal moving it. So I'd probably use the T-line, which was today's low, as a stop. I wouldn't want to see it come back through there. What do you mean same way, day, minute? If I set 1 day, what is minute chart? Mike, all the parameters look the same on the daily chart with the 50, the 200, the T-line, the 20, and the 3T line. This is the daily chart, and those parameters are all the same right down to the, I mean, they're all, whatever chart you're trading, use all the same parameters. RT, usually if I'm watching 10 positions, I usually have, I know on a few of the chart systems, they have a watch list over to the left-hand side. So I just have a watch list up along with my charts. And if I see something on the left-hand side that doesn't look good, I flip over, I click on it and see what the chart looks like. Is it too late to buy TXMD? Not really. You know, as long as it stays above the T-line, you want to stay with this one. Oh, PK, I don't know. I've got a, I guess I bought it from Tiger Direct. It is a video type computer. I think it was an X115, whatever that means. I've got 3 screens, 2 30-inch screens and 1 27-inch screen. Railroad's falling. All right. Thank you, David. Is it easier to make money with options than stocks when the market is sideways like this? Not necessarily. No, it's probably harder to make money with options because you're losing a lot of time value. And PK, I have no idea what type of RAM. It's just every time I buy a computer, my tech people say, "Oh, you've got a real strong computer. You'd never use it up." 3 years later, say, "Oh, we need to get you another computer." So, all right, with that, will Jim do the double line? Kind of keep your request to 2, since we've got quite a few people in here tonight. And Jim, do the second double line so we can stop the scrolling. If I see a best friend developing, yes, I usually buy that day. Same thing with a kicker signal. If I see a gap up where it gapped up above the previous day's open and trading positive, I buy immediately. Okay. AMRN. Apparently I'm not on the right chart. You can stay long on this one. If I was buying it, I would put a buy stop at today's high. If it comes up through there, you know it's still confirming the fry pan bottom pattern. ACAD, another one that's got a doji sandwich setup that if it opens positive tomorrow, you want to be buying. A very simple rule that it's going to move in the direction how they open after a doji, and you can see kind of the rounding bottom. First target should be coming back up to fill that little gap. The Russell 2000, nothing here to tell you that there's been any change yet. You still use the T-line as your stop, it shouldn't trade back below the T line. And FEYE did a bearish Harami. It was trying to break out of this downtrending channel. Now, if it opens lower, you got to see if they're just coming back to test the 50 and the T line. If it opens lower, I would probably come out of it and then get ready to go back in it. CELG, another one that has to open positive tomorrow to stay in it. If it opens lower, then this downtrending channel is in progress. GNW, nice little fry pan bottom. Don't know what the volume is on this one, but I'd put a buy stop at 810. That would tell me they've broken out through this resistance level. Let's see, we did Pier 1. Pier 1, you just stay long as long as it stays above the T line, and you definitely want to be buying this one if it breaks out through the 200. That gives you all this room up here as the target. XIV did a dark cloud today. Makes it very simple. If they open it lower, they're bringing it back down to the T line. And EWC, just stay long on this one. Facebook started out nice today. Still decent. You can still buy this left-right combo off the 20 and the T line on positive trading tomorrow. And Boeing not very exciting at all. Even if it does move, it doesn't move very much. If it opened lower tomorrow, I wouldn't be in it anymore. The magnitude of move is just too small. I'd be more interested in buying once they came back up through today's high, which means they'd be breaking out of this downtrending channel. MBT. Right now, if it opened lower, you would suspect it's going to be in a few days of a kind of a J-hook pattern. So I would probably use today's low as my stop. It shouldn't trade back below that level. Got a bearish Harami followed by a dark cloud. That's pretty much telling you the bears are starting to take control on this one. Coop, same scenario. If it opens lower, it might not pull back very far, but it might take 3 or 4 days for it to get moving again. Home Depot, I wouldn't be long or short this one. That is as sideways as you can get. And Twitter, all you can do on this one is stay long as it stays above the T line, which means if this one opened lower tomorrow, I'd close it out immediately. Yahoo, same scenario, sideways. I wouldn't be long or short this one. They needed to break out. You can see where the breakout level was. You saw where the doji was. It needed to open positive and trade positive, which it didn't do. Right now, all you can say it's in a sideways mode. I wouldn't be trading this one at all. Did we do FEYE? Yes, bearish Harami. If it opens lower tomorrow, you close it out. Very slow fry pan bottom. You can see that it's still using the T line as your stop. You stay long as it stays above the T line. GSAT. Nothing here yet until it does close above the T line. You do have a morning star signal. I'd put my buy stop right up above the T line. If it comes up through there, it's confirming. And Halo. Halo, another one where you just stay long on this one. These are the type where when they start moving up like this, getting up toward the overbought condition, watch for that pop to the upside. W-Wave has just been a steady eddy. Just stay long, nothing wrong with this one. SIG. SIG, get ready to go short on this one. You can see all the failure here. Notice today they came up and used the T line that showed resistance some downside in this one yet. We did VHC, SM sold off today, but still stayed above the T-line. You stay with this one. SN, I think a left-right combo. This one has to open positive and trade positive. It opens lower after a left-right combo closing right here at the T-line and trading down through the 50. Let's tell you, they'll probably come back and test the downtrending channel, see if that's going to act as support. So this one has to open positive tomorrow to stay in it. Uh-oh. What is that? SEW. You could buy this one on positive trading. If you own it, you use the T-line as your stop. TGTX. This one needs a little bit more oomph. If you're long and it opens lower tomorrow, you close it out. Tells you there's no direction to it. If you're looking to go long, I would put a stop just above the 20. That would tell you they are starting to move away from the T-line, which is acting as support. CMG, another one you could buy. There's your best friend. Gap up. If it opens positive tomorrow, doing a doji sandwich, it assumes they're going to break out through that level. And Jiva, that's after the inverted hammer Morningstar signal. You stay long on this one. More than likely, they're coming back up to test the recent high. Jern, stay long. Good fry pan bottom. Hawaiian Air. Hawaiian Air, you should be out of this one after it did a bearish engulfing. You can see there's no direction to it. I'd be out of this one. I just put a buy stop up here around 22.40. If it comes up through there, you know it's starting to move. And CNAT, you can buy this one on positive trading tomorrow, telling you that the T-line's not acting as resistance. You have an inverted hammer doji. Inverted hammer. If they open positive, they're confirming those inverted hammers. RCPT, stay long. How come we got all these little things? XL, nice fry pan bottom. Stay long on this one. There was your message. When they gapped it up, profit taking, told you the profit taking's over. You still can be buying this one. And Pandora, nothing here yet. Just this one's just having a hard time getting out of its own way. If you're long, you just stay long, but I wouldn't be trading this one. There's nothing there. And Red Hat also. If I own this one, it has to open positive tomorrow. If it opens lower, your trajectory is gone. AMBA, just stay long. ENTA, another one you can stay long. If you're buying this one, put a buy stop above today's high. That would tell you you've got that little wave or pennant breaking out to the upside. Mofi did kind of a flutter kicker signal. Notice they gapped up on Friday, traded above the open of this one, and opened positive today after the doji. Wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. WLL is having a hard time getting up through the 50. But it's still in kind of the T-line crunch. At this point, if you haven't bought it, you put your buy stop right here at 36.50. If it comes up through there, it tells you the 50 is not acting as resistance anymore. Depot, another one. You get ready to buy this one on positive trading tomorrow. And 8 after the belt hold, Be ready to buy. If you're long, you stay long. Just don't let it close back below the T-line. Tazar, another one with a gap up. The Bobble T-line crunch. Get ready to buy this. At this point, I'd wait for it to come up through this level. I mean, I'd rather put a buy stop at 28. If it comes up through there, it's breaking out. An SYN, nice little left-right combo. You can buy this one if there's good volume on this one. DGAZ. DGAZ, I don't know what the target would be. First, it's got to break out through this level, but you do have a nice fry pan bottom with a good little J-hook. All I just do right now is just stay long on that one. ARWR. That's a big belt hold. This one you get ready to go short if it opens lower tomorrow. It failed. McDermott. All you can do right now is stay long on this one. And COT. COT, I wouldn't be long or short. There's no trajectory. Nothing here to sink your teeth into. And JetBlue. JetBlue, you can get ready to buy this one on positive trading tomorrow. Telling you that the T-line's acting as support. Guild, inverted hammer, but you're not in the overbought condition. If it opens positive tomorrow, you want to be buying immediately. And then you just use today's open as your stop. Union Pacific failed at the 200 and the 20 and closed back below the T-line. You get ready to short this one on weakness tomorrow. Right now, because they failed the Dow upper channel, first of all, you just watched. It's going to open lower tomorrow, more than likely. But you just watch to see what it does at the 50, the 200, and the 50, the T-line, and the 20. If it comes down through there, you're coming back to the bottom of the trend channel down in this area, which means this wedge process is still in progress. Which means there won't be any directional trading. You still have to be very trend specific or stock specific. SZYM. Not anything real exciting. If you own it, you stay long as it stays above the T-line. If you're looking to buy it, look for it into the breakout area. Let's see, we did FMSA. All you can do with this one is stay long. You're in the J-hook pattern. AEO. Nice fry pan bottom. There's your dimple. That means right here, from here to here, should be equivalent from here to here, and that's exactly what you're seeing over on this side, is that potential breakout. OPK. This one you can get ready to buy because it stayed sideways all the way right back to the 50-day moving average. You're ready to buy this one on strength, which means you could be in a situation where this is wave 1, wave 2, going into wave 3. And they'll usually do it right smack dab off a major moving average that everybody's watching. Micron, wouldn't be long or short this one. Just not anything there to get real excited about. We did Facebook, ATHN. Stay short. There hasn't been any buy signal down here. Clovis, this one you can get ready to buy. This will be another steady eddy as long as it stays up above the T-line, just like here, just like here. PBYI, nothing here that I'd get real excited about either. Just a sideways, very slow-moving stock. I'd be trading something else. Walmart stopped trading this one years ago just because there's not enough movement in it. You are back at the 200. You're starting to see some buying. but I'd rather wait for it to break out through this downtrending channel before going back into Walmart. Mac, you can get ready to buy this one on positive trading, breaking out into new territory. SQNM, very, very slow uptrend. If you own it, you just stay long as it doesn't close back below the T line. DIIB, this one you can buy on positive trading, again, as long as it stays above the T line. G-Man, consolidating, not pulling back. If you're long, whoops, I'm sorry, there's more. I'd be ready to buy this one on positive trading tomorrow, especially if it broke out through this level. Let's see, we did AMPI. AMPI needs to open positive and trade positive to stay in it. Gold, just sideways. I wouldn't be long or short this one right now. Let's see, Red Hat. No, you look at a chart and you say, is this the best place to have my money right now? If it opened lower, I'd close it out. If it trades sideways tomorrow, I'd close it out. And then I just put a buy stop up here because we can see what type of pattern it would be forming if it came back up through that level, kind of a J-hook pattern. So just because you're in something doesn't necessarily mean you have to stay there if it doesn't look good anymore. If I'm looking and I say, well, I've got a position of this and I like another one like this, which ones tell me it's moving and I want to be in it? I'd rather be out of Red Hat and move into something like this because I know that one's moving. Bristol Myers, front row. Another one that's not real exciting when it does move, but if you're long, it better not open lower. If it does, you close it out immediately because it's not going anywhere. If it opens positive, you can stay in it, but the magnitude of move on this one just isn't really all that prolific. RCPT, you can buy this one knowing that you're still in this uptrend. We did Depot. Salt, nothing there. You shouldn't be in this one. You're trading below the T line, and you can see the trajectory is this way. You can't short it because it's below $5. ACHN just hasn't done anything. Well, it's starting to do something. If you own it, you stay long. You just watch very diligently at the 200. It basically needs to break this downtrending channel, which is right about where it is right now. I think we did ARWR. Oh, you get ready to short this one on weakness tomorrow. And Wynn Resorts. This one, you've got a slow fry pan bottom as long as it stays above the T line. You just get ready to close this out if it closes back below the T line. Tells you it's not going anywhere. And Southwest, you close this one out if it opens lower tomorrow. It tells you that your downtrending channel is still in progress. ASPS, nothing real exciting on this one. I am taking it. This is an asset management. It needs to stay above the 50. Definitely needs to stay above the T line to stay long. AMOT, stay long. BIB needs to open positive tomorrow. If it opens lower, they're going to bring it back down and test the T line. CNC has to open positive tomorrow. If it opens lower, you can see that you're losing trajectory. There's a resistance level. If it opens lower, you close it out with the anticipation they'll come back to the 50-day moving average. Nubo can stay long as it stays above the T line. We did depot. LinkedIn. LinkedIn gapped up through the resistance level. You stay long on this one, also using the T line as your stop. Let's see, did Apple. Apple couldn't get out of the trading range. To buy this one, I would wait for it to come back up through today's open. And Schlumberger. Looks like it's doing the cup and handle or the J-hook pattern. If it opens lower tomorrow, you close it out, and then you wait to see what it does once see if it is going to bounce up off the all the 200 or off the 50 or off the T line. Bah. SanDisk, another one that you can stay long as it stays above the T line. CUDA, notice how it used the T line as support today. It has to open positive and trade positive. If it opens lower tomorrow, they're coming back down again to the T line. Those are the bulls have failed. And VDSI, just stay long as it stays above the 50 in the T line. Oh, Shaw. STX, another one that has to open positive. If it opens lower tomorrow, they're coming back down into the trend channel. Let's see, I think we did Boeing. Boeing's not very exciting. I'd be trading someplace else. Harley, another one that's not real rambunctious. It might be pulling back after it came up through the 50. Still need to break through the 200 just to tell you there's some running room. And BRCM has to open positive tomorrow also. Don't let it come back down below the T line. Okay, let's call it a night. Out of the 3 T line, 50, 200, 34, are they equally strong in support and resistance? Usually the major ones, the 200, the 50, and the 20 are your major support and resistance. The T line and the 3 T line, they are I want to say natural support levels because nobody has those on their charts. They just seem to work well when you put them on there. So when I'm trading, I'm using the T line as my primary indicator, but I'm using the other major moving averages to see what's going on at those levels. Oh, okay. Walmart, I may have. Yeah, I still wouldn't be long Walmart at all. As a matter of fact, if I was anything, I'd be short Walmart. Depot, you stay long on this one, and you get ready to buy this one aggressively. If it comes back up through today's open, that tells you they're breaking out into wave 3. Nice fry pan bottom, wave 1. Or wave 3. Now you have a wave 1, wave 2. You had a doji sandwich breakout going into wave 3. Okay, so tomorrow will probably be a sloggy day. Yes, and there's another Pirates game tomorrow night. So with that, we'll see everybody bright and early in the chat rooms. We'll see you then.